The seventh item needing consideration is considering directing the Mesa County Attorney to take action to join the lawsuit filed by Douglas County and El Paso counties against the state of Colorado based on the damages caused by the state's sanctuary status. We have our attorney, Todd Starr, here to present today. Good morning.
Good morning, Todd Starr, Mesa County Attorney. For you today, we're asking for permission or direction to join a lawsuit in the Denver County District Court filed by Douglas County, Colorado on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners and El Paso County, Colorado on behalf of their Board of County Commissioners, asking the District Court of Denver County to declare, it's a declaratory judgment action, so they're asking to declare that Colorado Revised Statute 2476.6102, which prohibits local governments from cooperating with federal government in civil immigration matters, is unconstitutional. That Colorado Revised Statute 2476.103, requirement that probation officers and probation department staff withhold information from the federal government is unconstitutional. And finally, that 2476.7103 is prohibition on agreements with the federal government for immigration enforcement is unconstitutional.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions at this time? Does anyone from the public have any comments on this item? Please come forward and state your name to the record, please. Thank you.
Scott Malkus. Just in going over this a little bit, I'm just asking for a little clarity on what the outcome would be to the county successful winning this case, and if other county law enforcement groups would also be included in it. What would it mean to us? And I guess I saw Civil War this weekend, so I'm a little jittery about clashes between governments, and it looks like there's probably a lot of questions out there. I would hope that there was some more public comment on this today, but if you can give some clarification on that, I'd appreciate it.
If there's any other public comment, please come forward and state your name to the record.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Jacobson. I wasn't intending to make a public comment, and I'm just wanting to understand better today's proceedings. What does it mean when it says to consider what he just proposed? Does that mean you're all going to think about it, you agree to think about it? Or does that mean, yeah, let's go for it, like we're going to do this? Can you help me understand like what the importance of your decision today is? Because I'm not really understanding how this paper connects to what you're saying.
Sure.
Thank you.
Is there any public comment on this item?
Hi, good morning, commissioners.
Can you state your name to the record?
I'm Alexis Bauer. Sorry. I couldn't help but notice it was a very short list of counties that were going to be involved in this lawsuit. And to me, that normally translates into a very high cost. Do we have any idea how much this lawsuit is going to cost?
Thank you. Is there any other public comment on this item? Okay, we'll bring it back to the discussion for the board.
Yeah, so there's public questions. First of all, how much is it going to cost? Other than just the staff time to jump out of the lawsuit, Douglas County is going to bear the cost of the lawsuit with the state of Colorado. And as to what we're deciding today is to give our attorney the authority to join the lawsuit. So yes, if we vote today, yes, we will join the lawsuit. And just a little bit, the current law ties our local law enforcement hands to communicate with federal officials on immigration, which we think is counterproductive. It puts our law enforcement officials and puts people in our community at risk, and it does allow for local flexibility. So that's why we're doing it. There's a question of standing, all this type of stuff, but we feel like we need to push back in this instance, against the state of Colorado, just saying we need flexibility on the ground. We have an immigration problem. 99% of people are going to agree with that. We need flexibility. Our law enforcement needs flexibility in how we approach this. That's the basis for this lawsuit.
I would add the bottom line and why it's relevant to our decision today is we support the rule of law. And it's incomprehensible to me that the state would pass laws that prohibit our law enforcement officers from following the law. That's what this is about. As we took a stand that we are not a sanctuary county, we learned from our sheriff that in fact, the state of Colorado is originally a sanctuary state because of the laws that the Colorado legislature has passed over the last few years that, as Commissioner Davis said, prohibit our local law enforcement officers from following the law. So what it would mean to us is that our law enforcement officers would not be prohibited from enforcing the law, and I fully support this.
Okay, thank you. Here in Mesa County, we do support law enforcement, and this is across the board from wage increases to just our community really supports our law enforcement agency. Nationally, you'll see decline where people don't want to work for a law enforcement agency, and that's not the case here in Mesa County, and we're really blessed. We're also really blessed to have a lot of lower crime rate, lower property crime rates here. And so we may do things a little differently here, and that's a good thing. And we want to make sure that our law enforcement agencies have all the tools that they need to keep our residents safe. And working together with our federal partners on a federal issue is just a common sense approach that we're going to take, and I fully support this. So I will entertain a motion to approve this item as entered into the record.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.